One, two, 3, 4. playing, don't be worried or scared or anything, because it's just music. It's not
Yes.
you're not in a fight or something, or it's nothing dangerous. So just relax and express yourself. But also, we as a group, we gotta be a group. You know, like don't. We're supporting each other, right? It's like a team, like a football team or a basketball team. Everybody is supporting everybody else. What does that mean? That means listening to each other. It also means bass and drums have to be together, because we're the foundation of the music. And I know we never played together. Okay, so it's just the first time, but I think that it's really important for the drums and bass to be solid. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like by solid, like very strong, but not loud, but just strong and not, just even like when we're playing together. Okay, let's just play right now. Just now, let's play. Okay, so like when we play Latin, let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. You gotta keep that steady. Not change too much. Be strong for everybody else. Because when we're strong, everybody else, the sound is strong. So I know you were listening. That's good. That's good to listen. When the piano plays, it's softer because it's not amplified. But we still got to be strong, but soft. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult to play strong and soft. You know what I mean? Like solid. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, that's you and me. We're friends. we're like a team. We listen to each other solid, and when you play the melody, be very confident, because you're the leader. Like the sound, the melody is the sort of like the the key to the song. It's very important. The melody, we're important too. We're not so. No, I'm just kidding. but when you have guitar and piano, it's tricky. You know what I mean? Like, you have to listen to each other,
Right.
give each other space. And sometimes maybe you lay out, sometimes he lays out, or you can play together too, because that's very difficult to have piano and guitar.
Right.
As far as comping, make sure they have the similar chords, or even it doesn't have to be exactly the same. Just
Quality of
flavor.
flavor.
Space, listening takes a little bit of. So let's try that again. Just not the whole song, but just the melody part. With what I'm talking about, like okay, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna play intro, and then you come in after.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. solo. Then you play your solo.
Yes, yes.
You know, we give space for the solos. That's one way of doing it. Or you can do a swing. You can do a 4/4 swing, or you can do it like, let's try 4/4 swing. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could do it like in two feel, and then let's try that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like when you do it 2, a lot of times you can do it on a hi-hat.
Oh, right.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But like maybe a little bit louder, you know, like really confident, like, you know, and you know, like a two feel, you know.
Yeah.
That's not swinging. Yeah, not swinging yet till the bridge. It's like two feel is, it's like, and then the swing, ding ding ding, you know, like.
Okay.
The difference. There's a difference. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you know, like when you're swinging, it doesn't have to be just straight. You know, mix it up. You know, like. It means that it's not straight yet. It's open, but like it's up to you. You know, just break it up. You know what I mean? Like, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stronger, you know, like drums are strong, you know. So yeah, because also the drum is kind of most important. Kind of like the most important instrument, kind of like the engine of the group, the drums.
Okay.
So we gotta not loud, just strong, you know, without being loud. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. it's you know, it's not you have to do one thing. It's just up to you, you know, what you want to do. But you know, it's just a general thing, language. So yeah, good.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, let's do something else. Any questions?
Actually, I got one.
Okay.
So sometime during the bass solo,
Mm-hmm.
it felt like the rest of us
Mm-hmm.
were either laying out or collapsing a little bit.
Yeah.
But you hold it down real solid.
Yeah, you know
And,
what?
you know, I guess time feel and how to not rely to others to for rhythm.
Yeah, I think that
the advice?
some people like you know like I like to have something around me. Yeah, like I like to have something, so I have something to feed, solid something happening. Because sometimes everybody lays out. I don't like that.
Yeah, me neither.
I like to have something, so I can have something to play, bounce off of,
Right.
guitar, piano, or drums. I like it to be solid and strong and just having something, you know. But sometimes it's okay to lay out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a rule or anything. It's spontaneous. If you feel like laying out, it's okay. But if you play, I mean, I myself, I like somebody to play behind me. But if they lay out, that's okay too. You know, there's not a certain rule or anything, but it's just being musical, and you can feel it if it's correct or yeah. There's no nothing that says you have to do this or this or this. It's up to the musicians listening to each other as a group. Yeah. Yeah. If anybody had any questions?
I
Okay.
have one regarding your drive actually. It is sort of similar to what Konstantinos actually asked. The thing is, how do you keep the drive forward? Because
Yeah.
the feeling I have is that maybe the whole band could be somehow a bit slower or lagging behind, but you are driving forward.
Yeah.
You keep that throughout the tune. And that
Yeah.
is quite.
You know, that's how I play, you know, but I think that's something that I learned from, you know, other older guys who are records. They're always driving it, and they're always.
Have you tried to play over records and try to match what they're
Yeah,
doing?
I did that
Sort of?
transcribe and play along with the record, or play with musicians, you know, better than me, and see how they feel. But I mean, you can. It's just listening, you know, everybody listening to everybody, and feeding off each other. We're a group, right? So we need each other. We need each other to give each other something.
Right.
Like everybody needs to. You have to give me something. You have to give me. I have to give you something. You give me. It's a two-way street. You know. So.
The thing is that when we, okay, I consider myself as an amateur. But the thing is that when we are playing as an amateurs,
Yeah.
I get the feeling sometimes, or most of the times, that we are lacking this thing.
This drive.
Yeah. And you know, the whole thing goes down. It's like,
Yeah. You don't want to slow down. No, don't slow down.
Yeah, not rhythmically.
Yeah.
That you just miss the drive.
The drive. Yeah.
And whenever someone comes like you, for example, or professional, you get the feeling that this is going forward. I mean, you can sense that when you
Yes, a
play.
feel. Yeah, I know what you mean.
The intensity, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's the
it's
word.
also intensity. Yeah.
And
It's
on
just.
the other hand, it's a trap not to go faster.
Yeah.
So
There's-
you have to keep it. So
it's a
there is
balance.
Some kind of a balance.
Yeah, it's like a concept. Like there's a balance. You know, like don't play on top, but not speeding up. That's hard to do. I mean, I think you know it's natural. You're getting excited.
The question is how one should practice that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Well, you know,
the
I
only
think
thing you can do is just play with the players.
play records, play with the metronome. You know, it helps. You know, you just
Yeah,
practice.
no, it's hard to answer.
Yeah, it's hard to answer. It's a feeling too.
Yeah, it's a feeling.
Yeah, you have to feel that. You know, and it takes maybe like playing for many years. You're just feeling.
You don't think about that, right?
No, you don't think
Just
about it.
comes out.
Yeah, but you're feeling it. When it feels right, you know. Instinct tells, oh yeah, this is correct. You know, but it takes maybe, what's to your whole life you're practicing, trying to get better. But yeah,
But the thing is that if you are already doing that,
Yeah.
match with a drummer, let's say, then the whole
Yeah.
thing is moving, right? That's,
yeah. Well, the drums and bass got to be together. That's really important. But also, piano and guitar. It's like it's not the drummer's job. It's everybody's job. Yeah, because that makes the group stronger when everybody's on the same page. The same thinking alike. And it's not really a technique thing. It's more of a feeling.
but you have to be aware of that.
You have to be aware of it. You have to be thinking. Everybody thinking that way, and not be afraid. Because it's easy to you're afraid. Everybody's afraid. I'm afraid. But the key is music is not about fear. It's about beauty, love, listening, playing, studying, all the positive things. No negative. Yeah, nothing. Shouldn't be no negative. Feel relaxed. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Mistakes are good, as you learn something from a mistake. Study. There's so many things to study. You get to study the rhythm, right? The time, the rhythm. When you're going to study harmony, know the chords, But you have to have also a good ear. But it's because when you're playing, you're not going to think about, I'm going to play C minor here. This should be like it's what you're feeling. You know what I mean? Like, and okay, studying is good, but when you go to play on the band, forget about all this stuff. The stuff you study, feel it. Make it feel the music. And so like, after years and years of playing, you might discover something by accident. That's okay. There's so many things. I mean, it's you spend your whole life just trying to find it. It's like a search, a journey. You never reach the destination. It's never never say, I'm here. No, it's always once you get there, you got to go there. Never ending. Yeah. So like, but don't stop studying either. Don't stop.
Well, don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah. Keep going, and when you're like we were here, right? Don't be afraid to ask a question. Okay, don't be afraid because there's no fear. I'm not dangerous. Just if you have a question, okay. If you don't have a question, okay. But if you have a question, say it. Just say whatever you want to ask. Because I've been to clinics before where there's like great players and everybody's scared, and then after the workshop, they're like, shit, I should have asked a question. Now that person is gone, so you didn't ask a question, so it's just ask the question. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's why we're here. To ask questions. I have questions too. Yeah.
Jimmy.
Oh,
From
yeah.
New York.
Okay.
Jimmy from Portland.
Oh, you're from?
My guy,
Oh, okay. You're from Portland.
And from Mykonos.
What's the difference between a good gig and a bad gig?
I think all gigs are good because you learn something. Even you play at the circus or you play the Carnegie Hall, it doesn't matter. You're playing, right? So that we're lucky. We get to play music. Other people have to go to work. They have to go like 8 o'clock. You got to be in the office or whatever. You got to be working.
We have to do that too.
Yeah, if you want to do it, you have to do that. But I think some gigs are better than others. You get paid better, or it's a nice, beautiful place, or. But I think it's always good to play somewhere.
Maybe I'll rephrase. What's the difference between a good gig and the best?
The best. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
The
If it's,
money.
I don't know if it's one answer. You know, because you can have a gig where you get paid a lot of money, but it's not fun. You know, or you can have a gig where it's little money, but it's a lot of fun, or something in between. There's so much variety. You know, there's so many. You know, I don't think about the money. You know, of course you want to get something, but I think more about if I'm getting better, if I'm playing. Because if you think about the money, it's no good. Just think about playing, and the money will come. If you're good, because you get good because you keep playing and improving, and somebody says, "Well, I want that guy in my band because he sounds good." Then they give you the money. You know? So like I think like that more than, oh yeah, I gotta get 50 euros or 100 euros. You know?
So when you are looking for a gig or a project, you're just looking for like the group of people you want to be around, or
Yeah, you know, people that think like you. You know, gotta be around people that have a positive mind. They think musically the same way you're thinking, or if even they don't have to be exactly like you, but you guys are thinking about playing together. You like each other because you don't want to play with somebody you don't like. You know, so play with people that think like you. That you have harmony with. You know, and yeah, we're lucky to play music. You know. If you want to do that. If you don't want to do that, that's okay too. You know? But I chose to do it. You know, it's a choice. You know. Sure.
Can we play one more song? Swing fast.
Yeah.
She's got a question.
Can I ask
Okay, yeah.
something? Considering the tuning, for example, when you're at a gig and maybe the circumstances are not very good and you cannot hear very well or you can't hear the piano, how do you manage that to be?
Well, most gigs you have like a sound check.
Mhm.
You go there, everybody tries to play together, and if you can't hear, you turn up the monitor, or everybody play quieter
Okay.
so you can hear it better. Or you know, I think those two things, either play quieter or turn up the monitor. You don't want to be too loud, but you want to be like listening to each other. If you're listening, that solves a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah, because you gotta, you don't want to just hear yourself. You want to hear other people because if you're in a band, you want to have the interplay. You know.
Yes, how
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah, so like you like play softer. Like you notice when the piano solo came, we got softer, so we could hear what she was doing. You know.
Okay.
And so like that's a big one. Just listening. It's difficult to do because you want to hear yourself, but you gotta listen. You gotta blend. This one of the biggest things in jazz is blending.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody blending, and take some time.
Okay.
To
And
do
every
that.
time you have to blend with each person.
Each person,
Yeah.
and you gotta be
Okay.
because there's also the interplay. You know what I mean? Like so, like you're feeding each other. So the only way you can do that is just listening, blending.
Okay.
You know, different. And also, you got to like this amp. It's not the greatest sounding amp, so gotta get good equipment. Yeah. Oh, you want to play something faster?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have to leave also.
Okay. Oh, okay. So what do you want to play?
Κώστα πες ένα, ποιο να παίξουμε.
He's asking you.
Δεν ξέρω, θέλει.
Yeah.
You better have an answer if you were asking a question.
Help me. Δεν ξέρω ποια θέλετε.
So, who's gonna play the melody?
What song?
And how fast is it gonna be? I don't know. He doesn't know.
Oh,
So when the old cats took it upstairs,
yeah.
it was real fast. I don't
Yeah.
think we can handle it.
Okay,
here.
yeah.
So let's try not to get burned out.
Yeah, like what you want to play something like 4, 3,
Four.
4? Do you have a song? Do you know?
Τι να παίξουμε, Κώστα, παίζουμε τόσο αρέσει, ξέρω κι εγώ.
Yeah, να πεθάνουμε, δεν λες. He's like, don't I live fast? So I'm good, man. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, we can do, you know that song?
I do, but he wants to go like Cherokee. I
Τώρα
think.
ψτάκω
Oh,
μου.
Cherokee?
He wants to go fast.
Τι να παίξουμε, παίξουμε Giant Steps και λίγο, παίζεις.
Why should we do a giant step fast? We're here to have a good time, you know?
He doesn't have to play the melody. You want to play that?
I can.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the rest.
Or maybe not so fast.
I know, right?
Yeah. Fast, but not super fast.
That's it.
Yeah. Do it like that. Like that. Like that. Is that fast enough?
I don't know. We might collapse in the middle.
Does everybody know that?
Who knows that?
Jim.
Horn or piano?
Huh?
Is that true?
Do you know it?
No one was playing, man.
Okay. All right, do you know it? You know it? Or maybe you know the melody.
I got it.
He used to play the melody. Okay. Can you count it off? Up to you. Yeah, that's a hard song.
It's a hard song.
Yeah, just I know it's very satisfying to play fast. You know, like you let things out. But you know, playing slow is difficult. You know, like to play very slow. That's very difficult because you have a temptation. You want to play a lot of things, but when you play slow, you want to play less things. That's very hard. Leave space. You know, like on a ballad or something like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I find it to be difficult to leave the space. Yeah.
Why do you need to leave space when you play a ballad?
Because
It's because most of the time you feel unnecessary with unnecessary moves, or
yeah. Sometimes you play fast stuff, and it's easier to play fast to me, because you know you can play a lot of things, and everybody's not listening to every note. But when you leave space, people are listening. You know, so it's easier to make a mistake, like you know to.
the thing is that the harmony goes slow.
It goes slow, yeah.
So you get the feeling that okay, I can feel in.
Yeah, you can feel it in, and it's okay to feel it. It's a musical thing, you know. You know, there's no rules to say you have to do this or this or this, but it's just, you know, you want to make it beautiful. You want to make it like, you know, something that's a creative, beautiful thing, and that's hard to play something. And it's just. You ever think of the listener? You know, it's somebody's listening to you, so you don't want to just play a bunch of garbage. You know, like just you want to play something that they can enjoy too. You enjoy it, but they also enjoy it. You know, and you want to try a ballad or something?
Sure.
I also always think of it as if you want to play fast, you need to have a good technique, for example.
Yeah.
But if you want to play slower, you need to have, you know,
Yeah.
good heart or
Yeah, you have to.
the feeling.
I think you have to have good technique too, but
Yes,
but I think that you know I just find that playing slow is more difficult because you got to be like it's easier to the time, keeping the time, and without slowing down or speeding up. That's hard. You know, but it's possible to do. You know, masters do it, but and you try to make it not boring. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
But it's okay if you do it, even if you go a bit faster sometimes, or
Yeah.
I think it's.
Yeah, no, it's okay, but there's so much variety in music, you know, that if you play fast or slow or whatever, medium tempo, everybody's has their way, you know, like everybody's unique that way. Whatever you're playing is I mean, you learn from people before, masters, but also you want to develop your own style, yeah. But you learn from when you're like starting. You learn from other people. It's just like say you're learning Greek, right? You don't start talking Greek by yourself. You know, you got to learn from your parents, your grandparents, your cousin when you're little, and then you learn the words, you learn the sentences, every language, and then after a while you speak like you speak your way, you know. But it takes knowledge of starting, beginning, and then advance, and then somebody can recognize your voice like that's you. Nobody sounds like you, you know. Only you sound like you, but you learned from people before. Same with music. It's kind of like the universal language, you know, that everybody understands, even from different cultures. That they understand music, you know. But yeah, that's a good question. You know? Yeah.
So how do you think you find your own voice? So through Paul Chambers and Oscar Pettiford and
Yeah.
Ron Carter, and then after your lifetime of experiences,
Yeah.
you become Essiet. I mean, you bring more music, right?
Yeah, you understand stuff as you go along, right?
Right.
As you, I saw Tony Williams video, and he said that he was able to study other people, Max Roach, Art Blakey, all these other drummers. He could play. He could imitate, right? Imitate other drummers, and then he could discover what he wanted to keep for himself, and what he didn't want to keep. You know what I mean? So like that right by itself, you find yourself in that big crowd of people, and that's you take a little from here, a little from here, a little from here, or you might discover something by accident as you're playing. Oh yeah, that happened by accident, but it's cool. I can keep it, and that's one way of doing it. Ask questions from other older players or players better than you. Ask them questions. How did you find that scale, or how did you find that rhythm, or you ask them questions. Yeah, because somebody knows something you don't know, so they might be able to answer your questions for you, which means getting a good teacher, listening to records, talking with your fellow musicians. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's how you discover yourself. Yeah. Or somebody might know something I don't know. Maybe somebody here, you might know something that I don't know. Everybody knows something that somebody else doesn't know. Nobody knows everything, So that's why it's good to talk, communicate with each other, talk, ask questions. That's why I was saying, like, don't be afraid to ask, because we could help each other. Yeah.
Just a question mainly for the people who are more pushed for time.
Yeah.
Because I find it very difficult to find enough time in a day to practice everything I ideally want to practice.
Yeah.
So if you say hypothetically you only had 1 hour per day, which areas would you focus on personally?
I would focus on things that I find to be weak in my playing, whether that's time, harmony, melody, and work on the weakest part of your playing. What you like, I don't know what you play. What do you play?
I'm learning the clarinet and the saxophone.
Okay, so you might. What do you feel like is your?
Probably the knowledge of the standards.
Yeah.
I find it easier to practice scales and rhythm and stuff.
Yeah.
But actually doing the deep dive into different songs, or even deciding what song to focus on, I find difficult.
Yeah, make a list of like maybe 2 or 3 songs you want to learn, or even one song that day. If you learn a song every day, you get 7 songs after a week. So yeah, that might be what you want to learn some songs, right? So you can learn 1 song a day. That's possible. And a lot of the standards have similarities in chords, so that you could start to find the similarities and use those similarities when you're doing a solo or something. You find different patterns and different similarities that you could use, from song to song, and always try to expand, try to learn something new every day. That's difficult to do, but it's important. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff I was saying before helps, like asking questions. If you have a weakness and you ask somebody, do you have a teacher?
No one regularly.
Yeah, maybe get a teacher. It doesn't have to be regular, just maybe like once every 2 weeks, or like somebody that helps you develop.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to ask about that you talked with Konstantinos before. How the experience playing with messages helped you with understanding time? Maybe something gave to you.
Playing with who?
With the messages, with Art Blakey.
Oh, Art Blakey. Well, his rhythm is so strong that you just go with him. And you can't go wrong, of course, because he's one of the inventors. So I think you have to listen to him. He's kind of like he's a strong engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, you just go with him. You listen to the records that he did, learn the songs, and go with him, because he was swinging so hard that you can't go wrong if you go with him. But you also have to have your own identity, right? So he encourages you to find your own voice. He was very encourageable for that. And when we played with him, he was like, he doesn't want anybody reading music on stage, right? You have to memorize everything. So that was good, because other bands I play with, we had music. This is no reading on this band. You have to learn everything by memory. You can read it at home and memorize it, but when it's time to play, no music. Yeah, you have to know it. That means you have to play it many times to memorize it. Yeah. And that's actually good. I mean, all gigs should be like that, where you memorize the song you're playing in that group.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be, because sometimes reading music can be a crutch. You know what I mean? You're reading it, you're too busy reading it, not listening.
Right.
Yeah. So I really think that that was a good school. And I mean, all those bands were like that. Whether it was Miles Davis, Dizzy, whatever. You don't see them reading music on stage too much. Big band, okay, just different. Big band, you got charts. But I think they played together a lot, so they would memorize the songs. So sometimes we don't use our memory as much as everybody's got a memory. You got to sharpen it, use it. And I think that that's a very important thing to do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also played to some of my favorite albums with Ralph Peterson and the Messenger Legacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Ralph,
energy there is...
Yeah. Yeah, Ralph was good. He was good friends with Art. Art liked him, So he was like having, playing. Art like he had a big band. So Ralph was playing the big band, and he could imitate Art, but he had his own thing too,
Yeah.
But he had a lot of respect for his elders. So when you learn somebody's stuff, that means you have respect, because they have an influence on you, right? So he was very respectful of the people that came before him. Yeah. And you have to like just find some people that you like, and you learn something from them that helps you define yourself. Yeah. I remember that video I was telling you about Tony Williams. He's like, when you learn from somebody, you have the knowledge and you're secure. But if you don't learn from anybody, you're just like, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe this works, maybe not. No, you don't want to be like that. You want to, this works. I know this works because it's been tested by somebody else that was a master. So I'm imitating that, and I'm going to be good because I imitate that. But then I'll find myself also, as I'm imitating somebody, I'm going to find myself, and that's the key, Yeah. Yeah, so you want to play again?
I'm a fool to want you. I'm a fool to want you. To want a love that can be true. A love that's there for others too. I'm a fool to hold you. Such a fool to But then would come the time when I would need you, and once again these words I have to say. Take me back, I love you. Pity me, I need you. I know it's wrong, it must be wrong, but right or wrong, I can't get along without you. Time and time again, I said I'd leave you. Time and time again, I went away. But then would come the time when I would need you, and once again these words I have to say. Take me back, I love you. Pity me, I need you. I know it's wrong, it must be wrong, but right or wrong,